What we need to start doing is really supporting our innovators.
There's no reason why Sweden, which is about the same size as Ontario, should be way ahead of us.
I wouldn't want to see Ontario left in the dust in terms of the digital revolution.
We are not a digital hub. A lot of people talk about this idea of a digital hub, of creating a place where ideas thrive and there's venture capital, and people who have in a dorm room or in their parents' basement have a great idea for something are given that seed money to go somewhere with it.
Digital hub to me is where technology is happening, where the innovation is happening, and that's where you need to foster it.
Lots of ultra broadband connectivity, fiber to the curb or fiber to the home.
We are not a digital hub in Ontario and not in Toronto. We are seeing a lot of talent come out of here, but those people, if they have any success, tend to go to places like San Francisco. That's where the venture capital is. That's where people take chances on ideas.
A next-generation broadband network, so fast, so pervasive, and so reliable. A fully intelligent nation.
Singapore has created a digital hub for Southeast Asia for logistics, so that all logistics and transportation and everything can flow through there. And even if it doesn't flow through there, they get revenues for keeping all the information about what's moving where. Ontario could create a digital hub. We could be a node on a global network with other leading regions and other leading cities if we were a really good digital hub. But you have to start with the ultra broadband. You've got to create the roads of the future. Glasgow was the Intelligent Community of the Year in 2004. They created 60,000 new jobs as they transformed themselves from a shipbuilding and heavy industry economy to a knowledge economy. The good news is that in Ontario, we have some very advanced communications networks. There's a network called Orion that connects all of our universities and research centers. But you can only use it for research and education. We ought to leverage that some more and use it for commercialization.
I think we need to look at models around open access broadband, such as models that exist in Sweden right now, where the actual infrastructure would actually be owned by a public utility. This is a model that has proven to be very effective at delivering extremely high speed access to people at very reasonable costs in other countries.
I think we need huge investments, and I think an investment level has to happen in the local areas. You need those ambassadors at the local level to know the people and the industries that are happening. But if we can create segmentation across Ontario for different markets, whether it's online gaming, whether it's mobile services, we can do a lot to really propel communication specifically in Ontario.
We have wonderful ad hoc community meetups. We have the demo camp scene in Toronto. We have a social media scene. We have technologists who are constantly sharing information. You could go out in the summertime 3 nights a week and have discussions at fun places about technology and about companies where people are demoing new products and things like that. And whenever I'm at one of those events, I think to myself, why aren't there more venture capitalists here? And why isn't Industry Canada here reaching out and forming ties to this community?
I think mentorship is a huge thing that happens across the broad spectrum, not just for the development, but also with hardware technologies and software technologies. If we can use the successful companies like RIM to go back and mentor some of these new entrants out of university, I think we could see some big things.
Collaboration is what's important. So you need some leaders who say, this is important, we want to go and do this, and then you have to do 2 things. You have to identify the kinds of applications you'd like to focus on. So it's not just about technology. You have to get the doctors, the educators, the people in the creative communities, but you also have to then create the network upon which these can operate for the digital economy of the future. So it's about community collaboration. Any community can do it if they have the will.